Hey guys, it is Matt. Let's talk about another firm and problems. So what if you are with a prop firm and it changed the rules after you'd already completed your trades? It sounds hard to believe, but that's exactly what many traders said after what happened with FundingTicks happened. And just 1 month later, the company announced it was shutting down. Here's what happened and why every funded trader should pay attention. December of 2025, not long ago, FundingTicks introduced several significant policy changes. The new rules included a 1-minute minimum hold time for scalpers, higher daily profit targets, and reduced profit splits. Rule changes themselves aren't that unusual. We don't do it literally ever. So, but they're not, unheard of. But rule changes like that, think about every one of those. They are all designed to trip up potentially good traders, right? And reduce profit splits. Why would a firm do that? I guess it's the cynic in me, but I'm always asking why. When a prop firm changes things and rolls out new rules, changes its structure, I always ask, why would they do that? What made this situation controversial was how those changes were reportedly applied. According to numerous traders, the new policies didn't just affect future traders. Some reported that trades and profits that had already earned under the previous rules were retroactively reduced or invalidated. If that's how the policy is applied, many traders view it very differently than a normal rule update, as they should. It raises important questions about predictability and fairness. Before we continue, it's worth understanding why retroactive rule changes matter, as if we need to go into this, but we will. When you enter a trade, you're making decisions based on the rules that exist at the moment. Changing those rules after the fact creates uncertainty because traders can no longer rely on the framework they originally agreed to. That's one of the biggest reasons these situations generate so much concern within the trading community, and rightfully so. The response from traders was immediate. Social media, Discord communities, the trading forums, Reddit, quickly filled with discussions about the reported rule changes and their impact. Whether you agreed with the firm's decisions or not, confidence in the platform took a significant hit. All of this should be, you know, kind of like an aha moment, but not really, kind of like a duh. There's 1 month later, in January of 2026, this year, FundingTicks announced it would be winding down operations, describing the closure as a strategic business decision. Are you kidding? What business? Let's just ask the question: what businesses stop operating? The profitable ones, or the ones that are failing? I don't know a single business that has grown earnings every year and made more money every year than the last year that just decides it's strategic that we end that trend. Come on. One thing that deserves recognition is that the firm refunded every active evaluation and funded account in full, regardless of whether traders were in profit or loss. Now, I have to say that, but you guys know how I feel about that. If that's the bar to let someone off the hook or give them a pass, no, we need a higher bar. I didn't teach myself how to trade by an assessment, stress and work and hold my emotions back and exercise all the discipline that took to pass an assessment just to get my evaluation feedback. What about all the time and the skill and effort I put into it? No. But with these kinds of failures, that's an outcome that's relatively uncommon. When prop firms close, they close and no one ever sees them again. Money's gone. They disappear. The biggest takeaway isn't simply that a firm changed its rules, it's understanding when and how those rules can change. Before buying any evaluation, read the firm's terms and conditions carefully. Pay particular attention to whether policy changes apply only going forward or whether they could affect results you've already earned. You know what? Better yet, look at whether the trading rules have changed recently at all. I'm telling you guys, if that's the case, walk. There are plenty of prop firms that didn't have their rules changed. We'll get to more about that in a second. Most traders compare challenge prices, payout percentages, and profit targets. I keep mentioning this, and I see it on social media all the time. What are the biggest profit splits? What's the cheapest I can get a 50K account? What's the blah, 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 blah. And then there's the monthly subscription trap. It's Apex did that, and they were minting money. It was a cash grab. You can get a 50K account for 90% off, but it's a monthly subscription and it keeps drawing from your account. And then you have an activation fee if you pass, and then this and then that. And by the time you're done, you've paid what a once pay system like Paragon Funded Trader has. Why should you have to rent the account that you've already passed? I don't understand that model. Anyway, but understanding the legal terms and operating policies behind the firm may be just as important. Knowing the rules before you start can help you avoid surprises later. Some other firms that went through this since 2020. Funded Unicorn. Some of you may not have heard of these. My Funded FX. How many times are they going to change their name? I just on TikTok posted that My Funded Futures is the sister company of My Funded Forex. Remember My Funded Forex? I just did a video about them. 135 million locked up, not releasing, but now they're pushing the futures. And they think by changing their name, you know what I mean? Fidelcrest, out of business 2021. True Forex funds. We just need to be asking ourselves at all times if there's a change that affects the traders, or they change the rules, they change their platform, they, they come up with some change that they roll out on the traders. We always need to be asking why. Why would they do that? That is the first question. That's where we start, and that's how we can protect ourselves and run for the exits if we need to. All right, traders, trade well, be safe.